Die. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. What should we do next? Maybe ask everyone what they did after we split up earlier? Yeah, that's probably the best place to start. That way we can piece together the day's event and see if any testimony stands out as odd. So let's see. Okay, so at this point you can figure out if you're reading this extremely perfect. If not, you're just gonna be guessing. You have to ask everybody. You cannot skip anything. Ask Elliot. This is why I say this part is the longest and the most headachy. So Elliot, can you tell us what you've been up to? Well, I went down to the factory area with Marcus because we wanted to make a few tweaks to our weapons. After that, Marcus was still taking care of some stuff, but I hopped on the elevator and left. I headed to the arts training room to see how the modification went, and that's basically it. Wait, so you went to the factory, got some weapon adjustment, then went to test out your staff. And Marcus was with you initially, so he'll at least be able to verify that the first part happened. Gotcha, next Elliot. Alright, let's ask someone else. I usually just go straight down the line, there's no point. How about it, Marcus? Can you tell us what you've been doing? Of course. First, I stopped by the factory area in the hold with Elliot to have some adjustment made to our weapons. Elliot finished the first and last while I stuck around waiting for my shotgun. About half an hour later, I finally left the hold as well and dropped by the game room, where I ran into none other than Eustace. We even ended up playing a fairly civil game of Blizzard. Yeah, Blizzard. Oh, Blizzard. I can't even say those words. That's the hardest English word. We were still playing when all of these troubles happened. So you started a friendly game of Billiards, just like that. Aw, you're such good friends. We are not, both says. Anyway, thanks for giving us your account, Marcus. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Ask you, Shish. Can you tell us about what you've been up to? Certainly. First, I went to the close combat training room where I spar for a while with guys. After practicing for a while, we parted ways, after which I went to the game room. I was there roughly 30 minutes before Regnance wandered in to break my peaceful reverie. He was being his usual noisy stuff, so I figured I shut him up by besting him at the game of Billiards. You just have to go and make yourself sound superior, don't you? Whoa, take it easy, guys. Seems to add up with Marcus testimony. Yeah, thank you, sis. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Ask guys. You tell us where you were out to, guys. First, I swung by the close combat training room where Eustace and I went a couple rounds. Eventually, we both left the room and headed to the elevator together. I was the first to get off at the third floor. From the elevator, I headed straight out to the front deck to enjoy the feeling of the breeze in my hair. You trained with Eustace, then went to the front deck. Thanks for your testimony, guys. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Ask Lisa. What were you up to during that time, Lisa? Well, I was hanging around with Milliam for a while. We were sitting and talking at one of those tables in the third floor hall. After a while, she remembered she had to do something and left. I stayed there, and pretty soon after that, Princess Alvin passed by and invited me into the royal room. That's it, I think. So you were with the princess? Thanks, Elisa. That was a big help. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Sora? Oh, when Lisa says I think, that it gets very confused right there, so don't worry. I will give the correct answer in a little bit. Can you tell us what you were doing? No. I can, though I'm afraid there's really not much to tell. After everyone dispersed, I chose to remain behind on the bridge observing the crew at work. Oh, really? There's not really any point in acquiring further than thanks, though. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Ask Emma. Can you tell us how you spent that time, Emma? Well, actually, I was with Fee the entire time. You were? Yep. She was there too. They were both nearby when the lights went out too. So I had a hard time believing it's Emma. Right. Fee got no reasons to lie. But we are dealing with B here, so we can't be 100% certain he isn't Emma. What were you doing together then? Well, first we went to the reference room so I could investigate something. After that, we went to the kitchen. Does that all check off me? Yep, all of it. Okay, then thanks, Emma. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Ask Milliam. So, Milliam, can you tell us what were you up to during the time in question? Sir. Well, first, I was hanging out with Elisa at one of the tables in the third floor hallway. We were just sitting around talking though. But then I remembered my bear. Your bear? Yeah, I got him from Gramps and I finally got him back from his train while we were in. So this is where, if you did the previous bond, you will know the answer. If you did not do the previous bond, you don't know the answer. You'll be guessing. Anyway, I forgot I had put him somewhere nice. Oh, I hadn't put him somewhere nice yet. So I went straight to the nap room and plopped him down there. Alright, thanks, Milliam. Well, that's everyone. So, the second thing too is that if you explore before you took this quest, the sweetest of challenges, you have to understand the layout before you do this quest. Other than that, just start guessing. Still, just asking everyone individually may not be enough to prove anything. Someone could be lying. You got a point. It might be good to get info about what people were doing from someone other than themselves. Maybe we could ask everyone if they saw anyone else. Oh, now that you mention it, that's a good idea. This would should be. That's what assistants do. Who knows? In that case, yes, you had to ask everybody again. You say you went down to the factory area with Maki's, right? Then you went to the arts training room. Did you happen to spawn anyone besides Maki's during all of that? Oh, I actually did. On the way to the arts room, I passed by Eustace and Gaius together and say hi to them. Oh, right. I may as well take this opportunity to answer for myself. I saw no one other than Elliot and those I've already satisfied, I met her. As for me, I saw Elisa sitting alone at one of the table on the third floor when I went down here. Assuming everything we heard earlier is true, I must have been there after Million left and before Princess Elfin arrived. Alright. That gets a few people out of the way then. Okay, that's the next person. That's the lucky part. Got rid of. Oh no! Ask Marquis. You met with Elliot and Eustace, right, Marquis? Did you happen to spawn on anyone else while you were going about your business? I did actually. I noticed a MPA as I entered the game room. That must have been when they were headed to the kitchen area. You saw Emma if you entering the kitchen. Got it. I didn't realize anyone has seen us go there. There goes your actual question right there. Same, I must have let my guard down. There's no need to feel bad about that. You were just walking around the courageous, not infiltrating a secret base. So I'll make this answer simple. Corporate is Machias, but you still have to do all this bullshit. That's what's kind of bad. As Elias, you said you sat down. You said you sat and talked with Million for a while before she left, and then later you were invited to the royal room, right? That's right. Yep. Other than that, I did see you guys pass through after Million left. That must have been when he was on his way to the front deck to enjoy the wind or whatever. That's all, though. I didn't see no one else. See, this is where she makes it confusing. She makes things into a paraphrase. I won't say paraphrase, but more unknown questions. So you're going to think it's Elisa, but it is not. It is Marquis. Wait till I pick it. You said you stayed on the bridge after everyone else left, right? Indeed. And of course, it follows that I saw none of the other classmates after that, nor did they see me. Fair enough. Yeah, not much that we can do about that. Ask Emma. You went to the breakfast room and then to the kitchen, right? And Fee was with you the whole time, right? You didn't see anyone else while you were wandering around, did you? You can answer this one, right? Of course, we did, yes. While we were on our way to the kitchen area, we saw Eustace enter the game room. I didn't see anyone else, though. Did you see Eustace, Fee? Yep. That's a relief. Just knowing that this isn't conclusive proof that Blue Blanc isn't masquerading as Emma, but oh well. See, he's pointing out it can be Emma, but it is not. It's Millie. So after you finished talking with Elisa, you went to the nap room, right? Did you see anyone other than Elisa during all this? Nope, not at all. Now I wish I just stayed here though. I might have gotten invited to see Princess Elfin too. Oh, never mind for that now. Oh, I think that's all we're gonna get.